Hey everyone, Andrew Reiner here with Game Informer's new gameplay today live. I got Joe Juba here.
Hi.
You are playing Devil May Cry 5.
I am, again.
This is the very beginning of the game. You have missed nothing. In the control booth, putting this stream together is Ben Hansen. Hello, sir.
Still assembling it. Hello.
And we're going to play for hour two. How many hours are we going for?
Let's go with one and see how it feels.
All right. So, Joe, you've finished this game like 18 times already.
Almost twice, I guess, is the right way. I'm on the last boss on the my second playthrough.
All right. And your review is live on GameInformer.com.
Yep, went live yesterday. I gave this game an 8.5, which is all anyone cares about is just the number score. So,
Love it.
Thanks for tuning into the stream.
That's all you need to know. That's all we'll say, just 8.5.
Joe, I love numbers. I love review scores. Call me old-fashioned in the game industry these days. But I love, like on the podcast when we talk about it, I love just opening with the review score. But is that annoying to people that review games?
I don't think so. It's an entry point, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's ultimately just the struggle with reviews and review scores in general, is that I think that when you want to talk about a game, you want to get into more nuance than that. But I think a lot of people are interested in that just quick boiled down take on it. Right.
Yes.
Yeah, I feel like there's sort of a tension between what I as a critic want to put forward and what people as consumers just want the information they want to get quickly.
Right. Should we be quiet during these cutscenes?
Yes.
Never had this much trouble. You gonna make it through this, Dante?
That's Dante? A lot's changed, apparently.
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah.
Okay. What happened there, Joe?
Well,
Flash forward?
There's a big tree in the middle of the city. Dante's fighting inside the tree.
Ah. That's what it looks like inside of trees, huh?
Yeah, you gotta go. Also, we should point out, I'll be reading chat in here, so if you have any questions for Joe about this game or about the entire series, let us know. Or Reiner, how much have you played of this game?
This game, 0.
Great. So any questions for Reiner about the weather, let us know.
I have played every entry to date, though.
Ooh, okay.
So
Reiner-
I am very excited. I'm kind of like all of you watching, and I can ask some of your questions maybe as we go through it.
You can ask Reiner about Anthem. He reviewed Anthem.
Oh gosh.
We could do
And
that.
RBI Baseball 19. I know that's the hot talker this week, overshadowing Devil May Cry 5.
Interesting guy, but you're right. I've got a score to settle with that son of a bitch.
Is this setting the tone pretty well for the entire game here, Joe?
I mean, it's sort of DMC in general, right? As a big, weird-looking evil thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like, I don't know, swords, shooting, energy balls, all that kind of stuff.
Got it.
How often do you yell profanities at enemies?
Dante.
Me personally or the characters?
The characters.
Infrequently.
Okay. At least it happens.
So this dude in front of us is V. He's the third playable, or not the third, he's the new playable character in this game.
And the series has had many. We've had Dante, Trish,
Dante,
Virgil,
Trish,
Nero.
Lady, Nero, I think that's, and is it Lucia in DMC2? But no one talks about her.
So how many? And we have this one. We have 3. We have V, Dante, and
Nero. Yeah, V, Dante, and Nero.
all right, we're getting right into the insects here. I thought for sure we'd start with just a typical demonic puppet, but no, we get to the bugs. They're not messing around at Capcom. Okay, so you got a lock on.
Yeah, got the target, the sword swinging, red orbs. That's your like currency to buy new moves and stuff like that.
And stop gates, basically kill every enemy before that little veiny
Yeah.
thing is going to disappear.
Which it's kind of weird. I feel like if there's anything about this game that feels sort of antiquated as part of the game's like PS2 roots, I think it's those weird like gates popping up. Because like I know it's just a weird presentation thing, but to just have a magic gate show up and block your way versus just like, hey, this is a room that you can't, the door is locked until you beat all the enemies or something, you know? It's just a weird presentation thing, but it still feels a little weird to me.
Totally.
But I mean, ultimately, the game is about these sort of like enclosed arena fights, so I'm not gonna complain too loudly about how they set those up. But
do we get to know more about these bugs? Are they important? Are they kind of like the Geonosins of Devil May Cry?
okay, so your first problem, Reiner, is you're asking for like lore. And that's not really the strong suit here.
So it's more in line with, what was it, Devil May Cry 3's Pizza Party? Or was that Devil
what
May...
about it? No, the
In
Pizza
terms
Party
of like
was
the
3.
tone?
Yeah, I mean, I would say that one was a little more. That one was, I would say, a little more gonzo and crazy than this one.
Okay.
But I think part of that is because Dante in that game is supposed to be like very young, and I think that was a deliberate sort of goal of theirs, was to make it seem like a little nuts in that regard. It's kind of, we were talking about this on the podcast. Well, I guess that hasn't gone up yet.
That's right, the time traveling podcast.
But it's like Dante's in this game is presented. Well, I guess I don't want to talk over this. Hold on.
Go ahead, we got this.
What?
Okay, so that griffin that was talking is like one of the things that V can fight with.
Okay.
But no, Dante in this game is a little more of like a fatherly figure. He's not quite the like the young brash crazy guy. He's more the like, you know, the seasoned veteran.
How much time has passed since 4?
Oh, year-wise, I don't know. I don't remember. It's I mean, a few years. It's not immediately afterwards, but it's not like decades late.
Joe, the movie planet desperately wants to know, the devil may cry, but does he cry in this game?
Oh God,
Is that going to be the last line in the series?
there is.
And the devil cried.
Well, no, but they work that into games in various dumb ways. You know, like in the first DMC, there is a dumb line about it, and there is a dumb line about Devil May Cry in this game, about working in that title and trying to make it make sense.
Really? Do they do it tongue-in-cheeky?
No, just it's not great.
There he is.
There's a buddy Dante. And there's Lady and Trish.
I feel like there's got to be a DLC prequel that tells us what happened here.
The game sorts it out eventually.
Okay.
Looks like this won't be a total waste of time after all. Hey, jackass! Did your mother ever teach you it's not nice to steal?
Joe, you think this is cool?
Sorry, Dante.
It's DMC. I don't know.
I feel like you're giving it a pass.
This is what I expect from it.
Okay.
I think it's pretty cool.
All right. Each thrown.
It's kind of like a demonic Riverdale, right? These young kids.
I don't know. I don't watch that dumb show.
Yeah, we're cool right now.
Sorry.
No, I actually have heard great things about that show. It's just, you're not gonna sell me on if it's Archie. I don't care.
It's a weird entry point for television, for sure.
Hang on, Demonic Riverdale, that's just Sabrina, right? The new Netflix show?
I guess, yeah, you could say that's a branching addition to that series.
Yeah, it's the same universe, right?
Yeah. But Riverdale's pretty dark on its own. But enough about Archie. We don't need to go into that here.
Let's see. Who has the better bald beard combo, Reiner or Joe? Well, Reiner doesn't have the full beard. It's normally a goatee.
Yeah, I kind of look like a weird, like, hybrid of Commander Riker and Picard. Like, if there was an anomaly that united them,
Right.
amalgamated them into one weird entity, that's me.
Yeah.
So Joe has just a natural look.
It's very good.
I look like a dumb cosplayer.
Andrew Izquierdo wants to know who would win in a fight, Dante, Nero, or Bayonetta?
Oh boy, that's tricky.
Because
Put
it's
him in Smash
hypothetical?
Brothers. Let's find out.
I think you can take Nero out of that equation right now, and it'd be between Bayonetta and Dante. I'm gonna go with Bayonetta probably.
Okay.
Oh God, all these outfits in this game are going to be at Hot Topic, aren't they?
I think they were designed for
I mean, I think
costumes
they
that
already
there.
are.
Yeah, exactly. Let's see. Twitch wants to know, Armando, an actual question here, asking if you played the PC version of DMC5.
I haven't. I've only played the Xbox One version so far.
Okay, and that's what we're looking at here today. This
Yeah.
is a 1X, right?
Yep.
Hold on. Dante's in rage mode here.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, awesome. This is very cool. Just like Riverdale. I love it. Stop it. God, it looks good.
Yeah, that is. Speaking of how it looks, like I do like the new sort of visual style for it.
And just the colors here. I like it. I like it a lot.
And Reiner, it's made in the Resident Evil engine.
Oh, really?
The same as Resident Evil 2 and 7. Isn't that weird?
Yeah. Well, getting some mileage out of that engine. Seems like they could do a lot with it. That's good.
And like,
They should give it to EA. Get rid of Frostbite.
it's interesting how like even in a new engine, how much this still like feels like DMC. Like that change doesn't affect the gameplay. It seems like a natural fit for it.
That's got to be tough.
Yeah.
Here's the burning question. Do you hope we get a sequel to the reboot next, or DMC 6?
God. If they go back to a sequel to the reboot, good God, are they confusing fans? There's no universe where they do that. Plus, it'd have to be Microsoft exclusive at this point.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Ninja Theory. I mean, this is it's a hot topic.
What, his jacket or oh?
Oh, right. No. I know, like, yeah, that reboot is divisive for people. I enjoyed it.
But it's
for,
still like your least favorite.
well, DMC 2 is my least favorite.
Well, of course.
But, I mean, I think when viewed as just like its own action game, I think it's a good, fun game.
Yeah. Someone wants to know if the game has difficulty settings, because the demo did not, apparently.
It does, but they're a little limited, I guess was my feeling on it. You can either start on basically like normal or easy. Hold on. We'll watch this.
This can't be happening. Dante lost.
Forget it. There's nothing we can do. We must go.
All right. Bring on the tentacles. Yeah.
Okay, I forgot what we were talking about.
Difficulties.
Okay, yeah. So, Devil Hunter is the hardest one available at the outset. And that's the one that they say is like, do this if you've played a DMC game before. And Human is the one that they're like, if you haven't played DMC or aren't good at action games,
What is that letter?
it's a B.
Are you sure?
100%.
Cha!
Uh,
13.
But like previous DMC games, you unlock more as you go along. So like my second playthrough of the game is on Son of Sparta, which is harder, and I'm pretty sure there's a Dante Must Die after that, and then Heaven and Hell. I guess I don't know for sure on that one, but
Oh, and now the title card.
Interesting. Someone asks, does this continue Capcom's good game streak?
Oh, let's see what the streak is. Monster Hunter,
Monster Hunter.
or does it go back to like Resident Evil 7?
Probably.
Yeah, if you go back to early 2018, RE7, Monster Hunter.
When did Mega Man?
Mega
yeah.
Man. I think it got.
11. That was late last year.
And I think that we ended up giving that that was in the 8s, right?
Yeah.
875, I think.
You guys are forgetting. Ooh, wait. Maybe okay. The streak's pretty good. Well,
Which one?
Well, the real humdinger that throws it off is MVC Infinite. That's the Marvel vs. Capcom. That's where it's rough.
Yeah.
Same crap, different day.
Oh.
So, tell me,
Tell you what.
how's it feel to be rescuing the guy that killed your father?
Tja.
Hey, I'm glad we're getting personal. Well, he abandoned my mother and I and left us for dead. I feel nothing.
Well, he's not exactly going up for Father of the Year award now, is he?
His research wasn't half bad. Came in handy. Mildly thank you for that.
They have to do that in here. It already smells like ass.
That's you.
Hey, he's like a dog.
Hey, Nico?
Don't lose your tits. I see him.
You said don't lose your tits?
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey, you have to hit every single bump in the road? Gonna ruin my groove.
I think Miko's actually a pretty good addition to the cast here. I like her.
I like everything about this game so far. Yeah.
Right?
Oh, wow.
Unpredictable.
Yeah.
Wow. Are you directing this on the fly? Right, I'm freaking out. It's like a Twilight Zone episode. Call it and it'll happen. I better see some dancing out there.
Oh, credits.
Joe, scale of 1 to 10, how much do you like this song?
I don't know, 5?
Great.
That's fine.
So DMC also opened with that slow motion thing with the pizza and crap. Is it a staple of the series to always have a slow-mo opening?
Since DMC, I guess, right?
But it's not like going back.
I don't think so.
Okay.
This is cool. You're making this look really good, Joe. I'm impressed with your skills here.
Some would say they're just ripping off Deadpool's opening, which
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, you can't. I don't think Deadpool was the first thing to do that either.
it's true. First thing to do that.
Wow.
People liked it.
I did too.
You don't give someone a light and then act
Complain
like
about it?
Yeah, get all
Right.
drama about how it's smoking.
He's a gentleman.
Gas
Really?
lamp.
Hang on, they had to put that warning on there saying don't smoke? Is that a joke? Or is that they really had to do
It
that?
seems like it's got to be tongue in cheek. I don't know.
Oh, that's actually on our car. That's cool.
Joe, did you get the deluxe edition with the live action cutscenes?
This is actually Reiner's, but yeah,
Yeah.
we
got it.
We have a standalone video on GameInformer.com and GameInformer's YouTube channel showing that off. It's fun.
Yeah, those are goofy. Those are real goofy.
Unlike the rest of the game. These things are really gross looking. I don't like those creatures because you can like imagine what their head feels like to like run your hand through their hair. It's gross.
What's going on?
This van gets some real rough riding throughout the course of this game.
You look like you need a hug, but you're not gonna get one from me. Better
So
get
those
lost.
bug sacks, there's a red one and we saw a green one.
Don't crap yourself.
Is green like poison
He
or?
likes to kill demon things.
I don't know.
Let him do
Yeah, I
his
get,
thing.
or it's like acid.
Okay. So that can hurt you.
Bitch, you're gonna die.
Yeah.
And is that like
I mean, they all-
fire? Is there a meaning?
Pretty much everything they do can hurt you.
Oh.
Taking notes?
Someone has a very practical question here,
Yes.
saying, I only have enough money in my budget for one game this month. DMC5 or Sekiro?
Oh. Well, I mean, we can't answer that yet. We don't know.
I mean, I can answer that. DMC5.
It seems like safer bet might be Sekiro, but we don't know.
I don't know, man. This is pretty cool.
I mean, you look at that track record
Oh, sure.
from Software. Like,
Yeah,
at this
those
point,
guys rock.
It's their game to lose.
But you also look at Devil May Cry's track record.
I'm looking at it.
And
They've
I
had
don't know,
one
I mean,
dud,
like,
right?
I guess, yeah.
And that was a
it's-
long time ago.
It's Sekiro if you like are just a huge From Software. Like, I played Bloodborne. It was fine. I mean, it was good. I liked Bloodborne. I played some Dark Souls 3. I fell off of it. Like, those games just aren't my thing.
And one of your complaints in the review is it's pretty easy, DMC5, the first time through,
Yeah.
even on the hardest difficulty you can set it at.
Yes.
Hunter or whatever.
Yeah, so that Devil Hunter is not like I did not find myself having my skills tested to the way that I like would have liked them to be. Now, but that's also to say, like, I don't know that you want it on the other end of the spectrum either, like DMC3, which was like really tough on your first time through. But
Scorch on Twitch did point out that they both have robot arm mechanics, which is a very, very good
Oh,
point.
yeah. But you have a very big difference. Like, Sekiro is designed to be brutally difficult, and this one lets you get through it until you get further in, right?
yeah, and that's the other thing I point out in the review of it too, is like, even though I think from game opening to credits it's a little easier, but this is not one of those games that's like, I mean, if you've played previous DMC games,
DMC4 was brutal.
Yeah.
That game was rough.
but like you probably didn't stop after just one playthrough.
Right.
You know, like
Fun game, but man, that one beat me senseless.
4 did?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Ha!
It was 4 or 3.
Condescending.
One of those two. 4 or 3. Like,
3 is the hard one.
okay, yeah, that's the one that, man, I loved it, but jeez.
I mean, 4 has its challenging bits, but it's not like.
Yeah, predating the Dark Souls phenomenon, like, it was DMC3 and then Ninja Gaiden on Xbox.
Oh yeah, I remember
Man,
that.
those games
Ninja
are
Gaiden Black.
so
Oh.
good, but man, so tough. You had to be perfect.
Filminator on YouTube likes us, and he says he came across our channel with the Days Gone coverage. Thank you so
Ah,
close.
yeah.
Honestly,
Thanks
guys.
for being here.
And he says you guys are so close to 500,000 subscribers, which is true.
Yeah,
like
we're getting close.
700 away.
Like, share, subscribe. If you haven't, we would appreciate it.
Subscribe if you are 700 people.
Yeah.
Joe, are you ready for a thinker?
Okay, yeah.
Jordan Wathan on YouTube says, please ask Joe how a new Devil May Cry in 2019 that exists by its old school merits can be relevant in a post-Bayonetta 2 world.
Oh, good question.
I mean, I guess the problem with that, with the premise of that question, is assuming that they can exist side by side, right? That's like, I think stylish action. There's enough potential in that genre to have different styles of things, and I think, you know, I think Bayonetta 2 does what it does really well. I love that game. And I think DMC can do its own thing without necessarily like. It's not always a game of like one-upsmanship. I guess is what it boils down to for me.
I think it has its own kind of vibe that's a little different than Bayonetta's.
Yeah, I mean, like,
The,
oh, sorry,
the,
go
the
ahead.
multiple characters, like, kind of all being together at once, and then, you know, you getting to control all of them eventually is interesting.
And it's just a lot more. It's a lot more about, I think, different play styles too. I think Bayonetta with that witch time stuff has a little more focus on agility. I think that there's a little more of a focus in DMC on the like precision element. Not that they both don't. They both have elements of those, you know. But it's just like
Sure.
a question of what style you're in the mood for.
Oh, man. Whoa. So you should have shot that.
Oh yeah, probably. It's a little like I feel a little bit hobbled here because we're still at the beginning of the game, so I haven't had the chance to buy. I don't think I did. Maybe I just missed the customization screen. I haven't bought.
I haven't seen anything yet.
I haven't bought my combos or anything like that yet. So I'm doing a bunch of pretty basic moves to get through stuff here. But I think the deluxe edition comes with an extra boost of orbs. I could be wrong. Let's see how
We got a gold orb or something.
What a lovely house plant.
What has this game improved over others in this series? Asked Jake Z on Twitch.
Man. Well, I mean, just the look alone, right? This is cool. These sequences are great.
Yeah. I mean, I guess something I pointed out in my review is I don't feel like this game is the same jump forward that previous games have been, which is one of the reasons why, for me it got an 8.5 instead of a 9.
Yeah.
It's it has some sort of finer refinements in terms of the way combat works. Adding the variety of a third character adds something interesting to it. There's some sort of there are other elements to it that are kind of late game, so I don't want to spoil it. But there are. It has small refinements, but in terms of the big picture stuff, they don't detract from the game much, but some of the bigger changes didn't really add a lot to me. Like Nero's arm system that we're dealing with here, I just don't love it.
Big question. Are you wailing on a belly, a brain, or a closed mouth? What is that thing?
It's kind of, let's call it a fluid sac.
Okay.
Oh, I thought I won. Whoops.
One thing that I always think about with Devil May Cry, I don't know why it is, but it's been the castles that you go into.
Yeah.
Is there anything like that in this entry?
This game's a little more, it has a lot more I'd say it's goes more back and forth between modern ruined city stuff and weird that inside the trees sort of hellscape.
Okay.
There's some elements of that more gothic stuff, but
Cutscene.
But everywhere.
Yamato did this.
How many times does he remember his arm? That's the second time.
this is the big one. This is the one where now you actually see it.
Why do I feel like your pet mechanic? Don't get used to it.
Nico, I showed you those order docs, so you still owe me, remember? Be right there! Hey, why don't you go ahead? I'm gonna finish up here.
I'll try to save you some. Not.
Cool.
Huh.
You need something? What is it? You hungry? Well, you're in luck, pal, 'cause food's ready and Kitty A always makes too much. Hope you like loud talkers, too, 'cause got a pair of those upstairs. You see something you like? What the hell? You a demon?
Kitty, get back inside now!
I'm taking this back. I'm running out of time.
Wait!
dinner was ready.
Someone asked on a scale of, oh, hang on.
That cutscene kicked ass.
Yeah, and
That's great.
for the people who are familiar with the series, you have a pretty good idea what was going on there. So,
Scale of 1 to 10, asked Jake.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, not scale of 1 to 10. Scale of 1 to Kingdom Hearts. How incomprehensible is this story in this game if you haven't played the others in the series?
I can't really speak. I think Kingdom Hearts is too. I can't speak to the Kingdom Hearts.
Okay,
aspect of it.
can you jump into this game is what people want to know.
But yes,
Really, you think so?
I mean, you're not even as someone who has played all of the Devil May Cry games. Like, I just don't think the story is a big selling point here. It has some cool moments. You know, if you're familiar with certain characters, there are cutscenes and reveals that are going to be cooler than if you're not.
Yeah.
But like,
Yo, check it out.
I would say, unlike something like Kingdom Hearts that you really relies on a previous knowledge to understand what's happening,
I think
like
it's his manifesto.
in a case like this, it's like all you have to know is that Nero and Dante and some guy named V are like fighting a tree.
Hey, we doing this or what?
It's also just a question we can't answer because we have the knowledge in our minds of what those games were, and
Any special orders?
yeah, it's a continuation for us, right? Like,
Yeah,
it's part
yeah.
5 in a series.
Well, I only
No
played
matter
the
what,
reboot,
it's part
so-
5.
Yeah. Only having played the reboot, I have no idea what the hell's going on here.
No, but I mean, like, but that's the thing is like it's so there are elements that are connective tissue, right? But like no one knows who Nico is,
Right. Okay.
right? Like she's brand new, and like Kyrie, who he's talking about, is just like a love interest from DMC4. She's off screen the whole game basically. So you know, it's not like there's some big missing link there.
Yeah. Jordan Wathan on YouTube wants to know if you think they played it too safe with this game, if they should have taken more risks.
Look no further.
Maybe. I mean, like, I feel like they took risks. I just didn't really like the risks that they took in some way. You know, like,
Okay.
like I talked about Nero's arm system. Like, that's different. That's trying something new. I just didn't really care for it. I think adding a third playable character into the mix is like, that's an interesting approach. But I didn't like the way it sort of diffuses the gameplay focus, you know?
Yeah.
Like in DMC4, you play Nero for half the game, then you play Dante for half the game. You get to really like dig in and get familiar with those characters. In this one, you kind of bounce around.
Look no further.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
You kind of bounce around between characters a lot. So you, like for me, I had a little more trouble like getting into the groove with any one of them. But
You got to put the Buster on, right? Can we do that right now?
yeah.
Is this because we have the Super Deluxe Edition or some crap?
I don't know what's all part of it.
Okay.
Are there microtransactions?
Yes. You can buy orbs, like red orbs, and I think you can buy blue orbs too. I don't.
So experience and
like health.
I don't know.
But I haven't. But like you can all like you find blue orbs in the game too. So I don't really know what. Like the store wasn't really operational when I was playing, so it's hard to see. I never once felt that there was anything that I wanted that I could not access without buying it. So
Key question here from Twitch.
Yeah.
Rock Party, is there an option for Japanese voices?
we could check.
I think that's part of the deluxe edition.
Oh, really? That'd be
maybe.
diabolical.
Or maybe it was just the
Let me
day
look that
one.
up.
I think it's day one patch. I know it's part of it,
Okay.
but it wasn't in the game when I first started reviewing it. But that may have been. I think maybe that was just part of the patch.
Okay, gotcha.
We're buying a bunch of skills.
A lot of people making comparisons to Venom Snake here, of course.
Oh yeah, that's
Yeah.
a good point. Yeah.
I think you should use the one with the fork.
Right.
Definitive. Oh no. Devil May Cry Deluxe Edition.
Just do a search for like Japanese voice pack Devil May Cry.
Well, here's what's in the Deluxe Edition according to Xbox.com.
Okay.
Devil Breaker weapons. Gerbera, GP01, Pasta Breaker, Sweet Surrender, Mega Buster.
Okay.
So there's that answer. Dante weapon, the Cavalier R. Battle music, you get 3 tracks from Devil May Cry 2, 3, and 4. Alternate voices are style rank announcers and title calls, and live action cutscenes. Pre-orders get alt hero costumes for Nero and Dante,
Oh, that's good. Yeah.
heroine costumes for Nico, Lady Trish, Buster Arm early access new weapon for Nero, and 100,000 red orbs. That's a lot for pre-ordering.
Wait, we didn't get our 100,000.
We didn't pre-order though.
Oh, okay. I guess that must be it. So yeah, here's Nero when he has the Buster equipped.
So good.
He does the Mega Man jump,
Oh, I didn't even think of that. Of course.
and I think he does the Mega Man slide also.
That's awesome.
Oh man. Can you charge it up?
Yeah, the problem with charging arms is that it burns them, like it breaks them. So
Someone was asking if the skills are tied to each arm.
each arm has preset skills. You don't like buy or invest in them.
Okay.
So it's like the Mega Buster shoots. I think it's just called the Buster arm, like grabs. And each arm has like if you use a skill while you're on the ground, it's one thing. If you do it in the air, sometimes it's something else. Here, I'll charge this up so you can see it.
That's so fun. Joe, so the director, I believe in an interview, he said that he had the choice within Capcom to make Dragon's Dogma 2 or Devil May Cry 5. Do you think he made the right choice?
I mean, I feel like I win either way, so it's hard for me to say.
Joe, of all things, you got to make a call on this, man. Jesus Christ, this is your wheelhouse.
I don't know, but they're both my wheelhouse. I don't know what to tell you.
So you got to choose which one you want more.
I want them both equally.
Reiner, will you twist his arm out there? That sucks.
I'm sorry, Hanson. I know that you love these boil it down simple answers, but that's just not how it goes.
The game audio seems a lot louder.
That is true. People are saying it's too quiet.
Oh, okay, cool.
All right, whatever the people want. That's fine. We'll do it.
In my
We'll do it.
headset, my ears are bleeding, but for you people out there, enjoy. Joe, double S.
That's not triple
SS Juba, set and sail.
Don't say that. Don't say that.
Hey, dumb question, Joe.
Yeah.
Are all DMCs in London?
Like this.
What? This isn't London. This is Redgrave City.
Oh, I'm sorry. People were saying it's Piccadilly Square or something.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's.
Piccadilly Circus.
I think DMC5 is definitely inspired by. Or wait, yeah, Redgrave City is inspired by London.
Okay. And that's been since the first game. It's Redgrave City.
No. Each one sort of has different settings.
Okay. It's like Pokemon.
Sure.
The only game that's ever done different cities.
Right.
I like how they turn to stone. Oh, they disappear then.
Yeah, the sound design's great. People say the Mega Buster is cool. It just looks so out of place.
Yeah, it's real weird. I don't like it.
Oh.
Stylish points for a cutscene? The hell?
No, that's just carrying over from the.
Oh, okay.
All right.
Yeah.
Now we're dealing with classic enemies here.
People ask what we're playing this on right now, an Xbox One X.
Oh, yeah.
How annoying does it get to hear Nero yell the same 5 lines during combat?
I don't know. I guess I never really pay much attention to what he's saying. And he says different things depending on what moves you're doing. So if you're doing your moves differently, then he says different stuff.
I guess that'd be a question, too, of like, does it bother you in Street Fighter when they
Yeah,
call out their moves?
Stop saying Hadouken. Stop doing Hadouken.
Just do it.
I feel like fighting games get a pass. That's almost like the staple. It's like you almost want to hear them say those moves because it's like you initiating it, it feels like it has more impact compared to like a single-player game. I don't know. Is that nuts?
That's where J.K. Rowling got the idea for her spells in Harry Potter. Was playing Street Fighter 2.
Is that true? I'll believe
No.
that.
No.
And Street Fighter just got it from Dragon Ball, I believe.
Those combatants would be so much better if they just didn't yell out stuff.
I know. Just keep
Or
it a
if they
secret.
yelled out one and did the other thing.
Yeah. So Shoryuken while you're throwing a fireball?
Automatic win. Does Nero ever stop sword fighting in this game so he can eat something?
What?
I don't know. Hey, GI team, says Twitch. Crunchy or creamy?
Oh, I'm going to go creamy.
Yeah, same.
Crunchy sometimes implies burnt if you're dealing with meats.
Yeah.
Creamy is just all around. It's flawless.
Scorch on Twitch is asking the very important question: is it necessary to say Kamehameha to perform the ability?
You're the expert, Han. on that one,
I
Hanson.
believe they have performed it without saying it, but prove me wrong, hardcore Dragon Ball fans. But I believe that they can do it without saying it.
But then why do they say it?
I think it helps them get in the zone. It probably makes it more powerful because you're really calling it out. Jake32 wants to know, is this a podcast game, Joe? Meaning, can you listen to podcasts while playing this game and have a fine time?
From what I've seen so far, yes. You're not missing much in terms of the cutscenes.
Yeah, I guess for me, what would make that a little more difficult is sometimes you do want like audio cues when you're fighting for certain things.
Yeah.
The guy saying, I'm taking this back, that seemed important. You'd miss that.
Yeah, like for cutscenes especially, but I mean, also just in combat, it helps for your like situational awareness to sort of hear when things are coming.
Oh, don't put that in your pocket.
It just
Gross.
Makes sense. It just makes sense.
Oh, those are in Ant-Man.
It's real weird. Like previous DMC games have had a lot of like, you need this weird skull key to open this locked door, and you need this different kind of key to, you know.
It's all about bugs.
Yeah, this one limits that, so there's really only one kind of blockage and one kind of key, but it's that weird
I
gross
don't
bug.
like it.
My way through.
When a Pokemon yells its name during an attack, is it actually yelling the name of the attack? That's a great question.
Oh, man.
And Majin Buu does use a Kamehameha without saying it, so therefore it can be done. Breaking news that's not relevant to the stream at all, but technically industry breaking news. You ready for this?
Uh-oh.
I don't know if it's an uh-oh worthy, but
Okay.
EA will not have a press conference at E3 this year.
Whoa, no EA Play.
Ah.
What does that mean?
You tell us, industry expert.
Well,
I mean, they've
we're
been
guessing they're going to announce or show their Star Wars game at Celebration.
well, and they're doing an event like a week before E3, right?
Well, that would be where they usually do their EA Play conference.
Well, no, they do.
So
EA
they're doing like a 3 days people get to play games, right?
Right, no, but like that's usually happened like right before E3. I think this year they announced they're doing like, I guess Hanson, maybe I'm wrong on this. I thought I saw something that they were like a week before E3 they're basically doing that kind of like rundown.
EA Play is still happening.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, but no press conference. That was always a staple of those.
Yeah.
So maybe not a lot to announce. Or are they going to do more what Nintendo's done with Directs moving forward? It seems like Sony's going that way too.
Right.
Obviously, they haven't announced what's going to replace their annual press conference. But it seems like everybody's going to do videos because you get perfect messaging. You get to edit it beforehand.
Yeah.
No chance for mistakes. You lose the spectacle, but
You're not going to leave the mic on as they're walking off stage anymore. Did we get it?
Yeah, but then sometimes you also have the quiet man, so I don't know what
Ooh,
to...
that's true. Friend of the show, Jacob Geller,
Oh,
former
Jacob.
intern, says, "Hey y'all,
again.
hope everyone is doing well. Joe, is this designed for lots of run-throughs, aka are the higher difficulties designed for a fully tricked-out character?"
yes.
to both questions?
Yeah, I mean, I think...
Don't put it in your pocket.
I think that if you are casually interested in DMC, you can play this game once and be done with it. If you are more interested in DMC, the higher difficulties that unlock as you like do more run-throughs, they do get more complicated. They test your skills in other ways. They don't give you a whole lot in terms of. I feel like I didn't have a lot of incentive to play on the higher difficulties, other than just I like the game and want to get better at it.
Oh, awesome.
I would say that contrasts against something like Bayonetta, which has a pretty clear like post-game progression, right? Of like, okay, you beat the game, but now if you grind for Halos, you can afford all of these different accessories that give you different abilities that make it, unlock different or cool ways to experience the game.
Yeah.
This is a little more straightforward, just like skill-based progression.
That little thing was like squirming around in your pocket.
I mean,
Imagine what that feels
It's
like.
I think he put it in his coat pocket, man. It's just like
Still, you're going to feel that. That thing's huge.
Sepia Seacow asked if there's going to be a GI show today. Yeah, that podcast will be coming up hopefully in like 2 hours or so. We share exclusive details on Control and talk about
Ooh.
Ape Out.
That game
Days
looks cool.
Gone, and
Control.
talk about DMC.
and we do talk about DMC. I guess that's the most relevant.
What's your favorite entry in the series, Joe?
It's going to be real hard to beat DMC 3 Special Edition for me, because that's the one. I mean, I really like that game in general, and then the Special Edition added Virgil to it, and that was just a really cool step for what was going on.
Can you get that on new consoles? Or is that
I'm trying to.
Still last
I
gen.
think it's part of the HD.
Oh, here we go. Secret mission.
I think it's
Sweet.
part of the HD collection. And I'm pretty sure. I know that came out on PS3. I'm pretty sure it's on PS4 too.
So this is a staple. Goes all the way back to the first one.
Yeah. So the secret missions in this one, they're a little different in that you have to like line up things in the environment before you can find them, but they're fun. They're a little. I don't know. I haven't finished all of them yet. There are 3 that I haven't done yet, but they're a little less combat trial focused. This one is a combat trial, but some of them are weird, like stay in the air for 15 seconds. And
Well, they did that in the first game too, right?
Yeah.
There was some of those like challenges.
it feels like I would have liked more of them to be combat focused and less sort of like gimmicky, but whatever.
Kareem just joined us on YouTube and wants to know, hey, how is this game?
It's good.
Okay,
It's
great.
a 8.5 out of 10 according to Joe Juba. So, good. Very good.
Hey, Joe asks
I think
Jordan-
it looks awesome.
Yeah, definitely looks good. Jordan Wathan asks, Joe, do the long-running characters in the franchise, particularly Dante, hold up in this game the way you want them to?
Dante's my favorite character in this game.
Least obnoxious?
I mean, well, cutscenes aside, just gameplay-wise, Dante's my favorite. I think his gameplay style is the most refined, or like the most time-tested. Like Nero I like too, but because they added that arm thing with him, this isn't my favorite incarnation of Nero. Dante still has the classic, like, choosing different, like, swapping different styles, and they put it like without spoiling it, there's a sort of different twist on his devil trigger that shows up later that's kind of cool. And his weapons I like. Like they added some cool weapons for him this time rather than. It seems like sometimes they just load you down with weapons that aren't necessarily like just for the sake of having more of them.
Yeah.
Like I didn't like that electric guitar in 3, for instance, right? But in this one, it seems like his arsenal's a little more limited, but more polished, I guess.
So you get motorcycle arms in this, right?
It's just a motorcycle.
Okay. Is that fun?
Yeah, I like the motorcycle weapon.
I like video games because it's like, you get a motorcycle as a weapon? I don't know, is that fun? I guess.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, all right.
Okay. Sorry, I got a little turned around here.
Yeah. You were deep in thought. That was good.
Someone is asking on Twitch about like the producers of the Castlevania Netflix series. They're making a DMC one next. What do you think about that?
Oh, God.
Well, so there already is a DMC animated series,
Oh, maybe that's what they're asking about then.
but I haven't seen it.
Is it new?
No.
So Netflix is making a new one then?
I think that guy, didn't he say he was working on a new one?
Let's look it up. Let's see.
I got it. Yeah, so that producer is working on a Devil May Cry series for Netflix.
Man, we're getting so much content that's just like in our wheelhouse of like comic book shows, video game shows. And I would say a lot of it's been good so far, right? So I guess
Yeah.
that's something to look forward to. There's a lot of money being put into these things. I'm watching Umbrella Chronicles right now. It's pretty good.
Yeah. As Beyonce once said, who runs the world? Nerds.
Yeah, that's right.
Here's a question you'll love to answer definitively, Joe.
Uh-huh.
Rush Baron says, hey, would this game have been better if it was made by Platinum?
I don't want to answer that.
Oh, get out of town.
I mean, what?
I doubt it.
I mean, that's the same.
I highly doubt it.
It's the same as the Bayonetta 2 DNC question.
Yeah, fun questions.
But you have people that worked on the DMC series working on this, right?
Yeah.
So you would assume Platinum would just be people taking this license and doing something of their own with it, right? Like,
But that's
you don't have that holdover.
But that's what
history.
Bayonetta is. It's
Well,
basically
yeah. So they made their own stylish action game.
yeah. It's like, would this game be better if it were Bayonetta 3? I would like Bayonetta 3.
Great. Adam on YouTube wants to know, anyone else loving Ape Out? It's such a great Switch game. Yes, Ape Out is great.
I haven't started it yet.
It's very fun.
I don't like the name.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Why is that?
I don't know. It's silly.
Andrew on
It's
YouTube.
not cool like Devil May Cry.
Yeah, baby. Andrew on YouTube wants to know if you can explain how co-op works in the game, Joe.
Oh yeah, 3-player
What?
multiplayer.
It's not actually co-op. It's basically, I think they call it like a cameo system. So what it is there are certain parts and certain levels in which other playable characters show up. And that just means that you would sort of like see they're in most cases they're in a different part of the like a different part of the map than you. So you just sort of see them from afar doing stuff. Then there are a couple instances where they would like fight alongside you. I'm not really sure how that part of it would work. But like, don't make any mistake about this being a co-op game. Like, it's not. This is a single player game that has a sort of weird kind of, it's almost like, what would you call them? Like drivatars or something in those racing games?
Mingle player.
Ugh, whatever.
Nidhogg hatchlings.
Burris on Twitch wants to know, Reiner, if you could stream RBI Baseball for the rest of the day.
Oh yeah, I'm just looking forward to getting back into that game after this. What a treat.
One of the nice things about getting a review up for a bad game is then your obligation with it is done.
Oh, it's over. Yeah. Yeah, that game, man, that series. One of the worst continued series in games, like just track record wise, right? Like,
yeah, like 6 years of failure, and it's still going.
It's been 6 years since that came
Yeah.
back? Oh my god.
I think I gave that first one a 2, and this one got a 4, so it's getting better. You know, the 30 season might be worth playing.
Whoa.
These guys are cool.
Yeah.
Jordan on YouTube wants to know if you're looking forward to Astral Chain from Platinum, Joe.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I mean, I don't know much more about it than anyone else, but worth pretty much anything from Platinum, as long as it's not one of those, like, licensed pay the bills things. I'm looking forward to.
Scalebound?
I was looking forward to Scalebound too.
Well, I heard a rumor it's in the works for iOS.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, I'm going to throw that out there.
So I guess once Microsoft actually did that demo of Scalebound, like I was excited for it after that reveal trailer, and then they did that big demonstration of it during a press conference, and I was like, maybe I'm not excited for this. I was not disappointed or surprised when that game got canned.
So there's a rumor, I don't know if it's been debunked or proven yet, I haven't looked into the news, but about Scalebound coming to Switch.
Right.
I wonder if it's that same game or if it's like in the Scalebound universe being, like a whole new project.
I would be surprised if it came back as Scalebound.
I think they would do that just to keep that IP and name recognition. I think it's a good move.
Yeah, but is it
like-
the same game?
but-
That's the question.
no, but
right?
why
I'm
would
sure
you
they
wa-
just strip multiplayer out.
How valuable is that name recognition? Oh, that's the game that got canceled.
It's better.
Cool.
It's better than what? Dragon Fist, whatever the hell else they would call it.
No, I think that I think they'd be better off just reskinning the game, giving it a different name.
No.
Headphone
no,
guy in
no.
Dragonland.
100%.
Joe, never let me go into a business with you because this is a terrible idea. You keep
Your
the
idea-
name people know that they're excited about.
They're not excited about it.
They are. There's absolutely that
No,
hardcore fan base
no,
for Platinum
Hanson's
games,
right.
and they're super
No,
stoked for
remind
Scalebound,
me,
and they were pissed.
remind me not to go into business with you guys. You have a bad take on the way people
You'll
think.
never come into Scalebound Industries.
People think it's cool because it's being resurrected. Microsoft abandoned it. They think Nintendo's getting like a big cool thing that was going to be a AAA game for Microsoft or for Xbox.
Yeah.
That's the hook on it, right? Like
Yes.
we've barely seen any gameplay.
It's a way to feel victorious over Microsoft if you own a Switch.
Exactly.
Like, aha, good job. We did it.
Let's see, do I need any of these? No,
Uh,
we'll just go.
People are wanting to know if this game has a chance of getting Game of the Year, Joe.
Man, I guess
What's
we
out there right now?
We have to see what else
Resident
comes
Evil
out
2.
this year.
It's probably Resident Evil 2 right now, right?
If you're
Yeah.
just
Oh man, that game's so good.
if you're just going by score, I mean, like there have been a few 925s this year.
Yeah, Apex has a shot, I think, honestly.
Like, yeah, there's Apex, there's
Oh,
Kingdom
man,
Hearts,
yeah.
there's
Oh man,
Wargroove got a 925.
that's a good game. Got checkpoints now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just got better. Left Alive just came out.
How's that, Hanson?
Oh, it's a journey.
Whoa!
I downloaded it this morning. I haven't started it.
Playing it, Joe.
Hold on. What's he gonna say when he gets out of here?
Somebody call a doctor?
Nice.
How'd you get up there?
Sorry to disappoint
Oh
you.
yeah.
Hey, you happen to see a guy around here about this big uses a cane? I was supposed to meet him. Did you snack on him?
Your blood is a very precious sacrifice. Eating you would do me no good. I must have every last drop to rule the underworld as king.
I want to hear his tummy voice.
King? You? I don't know. I mean, you're a big guy and all, but you seem more like a knuckle-scrapping fart in the wind than anything else. Yeah, no offense.
Nice. Nice. I don't think there's any company that does more stomach faces than Capcom.
Ta! Top 10 stomach faces. Joe, what do you think about the boss battles in the game?
Oh, there we go. Oh, he
I
keeps
like
his
him.
fire in there. Was he cleaning his hands after touching the sturdy rocks? Oh.
Cool trick. Hey, do you do parties?
There he is. There's our big boy. Also, could you jump into the menu and turn subtitles on?
Oh, yeah.
People are having a tough time understanding this eloquent man.
Yeah, yeah. Here we go.
Here's a great question.
Oh, is it
Where
in sound?
No. Oh.
Well, they have
language.
a
Interesting.
language bullet, so I think that's where it goes. All right.
Yeah.
It's got photo
maybe I
mode.
will. Sorry, I'm about to kill you.
This is the Xbox One X version, Twitch.
It's pretty.
Nada joined us on YouTube saying, hello, GI.
Hello.
Go for S.
Go for S?
Yep.
Nope. I'm sticking with these.
We're
Dismal.
D-men ourselves.
What are they? Dismal. I know there's apocalyptic.
B is badass. I don't remember what C is.
Cool.
think these heroes became quippy before or after they became demon hunting badasses? Asked Andrew.
I think it probably sort of one feeds into the other. Like if you're a demon hunter and you're just that invulnerable and unfazed by the threats of the world around you, I think maybe you get a little quippy about that.
Yeah. Jordan wants to know, is anybody else here a fan of Castlevania Lords of Shadow? I feel like it's underappreciated.
The first one. I loved it. That made my top 10 list that year it came out. And the big plot twist at the end and all that stuff. And then the sequel was such a letdown.
Yeah.
Ugh. Yeah, they blew it.
I think Tim Turry really liked that
Crazy.
3DS game.
C is crazy. Oh, wow, look at this.
I'll just let him take care of that business in there. There we go. There we go. I'm not doing so great here, actually.
No, I'm a little worried. He's powering up now.
Ooh, okay, yeah.
Reiner, did you see the box art for Bloodstained Curse at the Moon? The Castlevania spiritual successor?
Uh-oh.
Ooh.
Oh, that's right. So now you guys get to see what gold orbs do.
Ooh.
Wait. That's the only one I had.
Yeah, you'll be fine. You get a new one every day when you log in.
Oh.
So.
Weird.
I thought that was like a pre-order thing, but no.
No.
Anyway, Reiner, it's just funny because it's called Bloodstained, and then the subtitle is Curse of the Moon. But they make the C in Curse of the Moon, whatever it is, gigantic and yellow like Castlevania. Just to like try and get that connotation going. It's diabolical.
It's pretty smart.
Yeah.
I mean, is Konami ever going to bring that back? Probably not.
Well, they're making that. They announced like what, an iOS Castlevania game? Pretty sure. So I don't know what people are complaining about.
Yeah, that's all we need. Everything's going iOS. What do you think about Kojima's comments about movies and games eventually uniting under the same streaming channels? It'll only be one portal.
Oh, is that what he said?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think that's an interesting idea. I
That's
bet.
probably what's going to happen, right? We won't have... I guess you could probably still buy stuff at retail and download stuff, but most of our stuff won't be collections anymore, right? Like, we'll
Right.
just have these streaming channels, and whatever's on them is what we could play.
Yeah.
But I worry about, like, how devs are going to make money. It seems like there's going to be even more of a focus on in-game stuff.
Yeah, that seems likely. It'll be fun for people watching this YouTube video 5 years from now when this all looks very quaint.
Yeah. They'll be like, whoa, you got a free gold orb a day? I had to pay $5 for each one of those.
People said that was a Bowser 64 moment.
Okay.
My curse, my stars in bit of grief and woe.
Is Kyle excited about the VR Labo kit? Yeah, he actually just grabbed some cardboard garbage out of the garbage and was just rubbing it against his face. He was so excited for that announcement. I think that's very fun and weird.
Yeah, I can't wait to see what that is.
People call V Kylo Ren a lot.
He does have an Adam Driver sort of vibe to him.
And a cat.
Little wanderer. I be home.
So V is not a brother.
Correct.
He's just another good fighter guy.
Yeah, I mean, you find out more about him as the game goes on. So, like, at this point, you're supposed to be asking yourself, like, what is his connection? Why does his hair turn white sometimes?
Okay.
Like, those are all
Dante's still in there?
those are all addressed.
D-Nad says V looks like the kind of guy that brings a guitar to a party.
What?
Serious question from Andrew. Are we supposed to think V looks cool or dweebish? Like, what are we supposed to be taking away from this idiot?
I mean, if there's one thing game artists could learn, it's most characters are overly designed. Like, they just don't stop. They keep adding little details.
These guys have a lot of look going on.
Especially Ubisoft games. Like, man, their characters always have just as much stuff on them as possible.
Yeah.
Yeah, look at Reiner. He's wearing a t-shirt and pants, for Christ's sake.
Yeah,
That's a character.
This is what V should look like. Wearing a Grand Theft Auto shirt. Why not?
You're an NPC, man.
Oh. Yeah.
I know I'm late. Shut it. The roads are all clogged. Hey, you must be V, huh? Hey, you're gonna get that?
That
Ding,
voice.
ding, ding, right by your feet.
How long we in? It's about an
I'm gonna
hour
make
in.
something amazing out of this.
Lunch.
Yeah, and it's really only.
Did you just sniff that?
I guess I don't remember what
Do you
mission
have any
number
idea
we're
where
on,
that's been?
but
How many
Up
missions?
your butt.
Is that a spoiler? Or?
no, the
Focus
last
on the mission.
numbered mission is 20,
Okay.
which that's I.
It's
don't
usually,
consi-
what, 15?
I
something
don't.
like that?
I don't consider
18?
that a spoiler because it's all. I think it's always 20.
No, is it?
So.
Huh.
Yeah.
Oh.
I think it's a pretty decent place to end. How you guys feeling?
Yeah, I feel good about
We
that.
took down a big boss.
Yeah.
That was super cool.
We didn't get to the new stuff like no V or anything, but
We have a new Gameplay Today video where we do show that off, right?
Oh,
Yeah,
is that
that's
up
true.
now?
Yeah, it went up a couple weeks ago, I believe.
All right.
Yeah,
Well,
so you
check
can
that out.
See it there if you want to see it. Joe,
Cool.
your reviews on the site?
yep, you can go see it now.
And yeah, we have the live action cutscene video as well. New gameplay today. And
Yeah, Kyle also posted a feature that's just like a quick rundown of 3 like obscure kind of expanded universe DMC characters that they reference in this, so that might be good to check out too.
and then you can play the game yourself
Tomorrow.
or tonight, 11 p.m., something like that.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I think it should launch tonight, but looks very cool in my opinion. I think it looks exactly what I want from this series.
Yeah, I think that if you're a fan of like DMC 3 and 4, you're going to feel right at home here.
Sweet. Well, thanks for watching, everyone. And again, if you like the stream, let us know. And like, share, subscribe, and then check out the Game Informer show. 5 p.m., 6 p.m.? When is it going up?
Should be
Hanson?
going, well, depends how long it takes me to post it, but in theory, let's try to get up by 2 p.m. Central.
Whoa.
Just
All right. There you
subscribe,
go.
and whenever it shows up on your phone, it shows up on your phone.
All right. Thanks for watching, everyone. We'll see you next time.